Hey everybody. Well, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are off to a great start to your week. If you can do me a favor as you are logging in to today's live, if you can just drop me a comment, that would be awesome and I would really appreciate it. So what I am going to do is I am going to walk you guys through how I create my social media plan for the week, right? So give me 1 second. I wanted to kind of pull up a file here for you guys, but I can see it's not working. Okay. All right, so with that being said, let me just get started. So guys, here's the scoop. When it comes to creating, hi guys, good morning. All right, so when it comes to creating a game plan for your social media content, or when you're really working towards your goal of, we're gonna keep it really basic and simple. Let's just say, my challenge group that I'm currently inviting to is the one that I am running. It is the Spring into Your Health and Fitness. It starts prep week on the 15th, and then day one is the following week. So anytime I'm sitting down to create a social media plan, I always say to myself, like, what is my goal for the week? What am I inviting to? And I get really clear on that first, because that's so important when it comes to creating your content, is that you have a specific direction. Because if you wake up every day and you just say, okay, I got to make a post today, you just like randomly throw something together so you can check the box off on your tracker, what ends up happening is you're sort of like throwing spaghetti at the wall, and then you're like, let's just see if that sticks, because if it sticks, great. If it doesn't, we'll try again. And so we really want to prevent that from happening. We really want to get into a habit of creating content for a purpose. And this is a practice. This is something that takes time. It's kind of like meal planning, right? We always have a goal. We know we want to lose 2 pounds this week, so we eat according to our goals, right? We plan out our food. So, being a business owner and also reaching your weight loss goals means you're taking ownership for your business. It means that you're not winging it. You're not just hoping that what you're going to post is going to work. You're very intentional. So what we're going to talk about today is how to create an intentional practice. So on my calendar, right, I always have my calendar. I have on there that the 15th, the Spring into Your Health and Fitness, that is what I am working towards, right? My goal, and then you write that down. So at the top of your calendar, you write down, I will have X amount of people in my Spring into Health and Fitness group. So maybe it's 3, right? Let's say between now and the 15th, I'm going to get 3 people to sign up with the challenge pack. So now this is my strategy. I go back 7 to 10 days, right? And why do I go back 7 to 10 days? Because it takes people about 7 to 10 days of consistently seeing you show up and share your message and talk about a specific concept before people actually begin to pull the trigger, respond back, or all that good stuff, right? So if I look at the 15th and then I go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Friday the 5th, I'm going to circle Friday the 5th on my calendar, and I'm actually going to write like launch Spring into Fitness, right? And when I say launch it means I'm going to post about it. And honestly, post today if you can. But now I know that starting on the 5th and then every single day after that, I need to be attracting and drawing people in with both my invites, but my social media content. My social media content needs to be on point when it comes to attracting people into my challenge group. All right. So now the next step of the process is I get out a sheet of paper and I brainstorm a list. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm just going to pull up a Google document right here, because that's the easiest thing to do. And then I'm going to share my screen with you. And then we're going to walk through some of these content ideas. All right. So let me go ahead. Let me hit new document and then let me share my screen. So give me 1 second here. And share. You should be able to see this on my computer screen. All right, so this is going to be our document, and this is our brainstorming list. So we're going to say, right, so this is our goal is to sign up 3 customers or coaches, right, with a challenge pack so that I can hit Success Club in April. right? And you know you get Success Club points for customers or coach signups as long as they have a challenge pack, right? So 3 customers in April, and then maybe we want to sign up by April 15th, okay? So now we have to say, what am I inviting them to? That's the next part. So what am I inviting to? I am inviting people to my Spring into Health and Fitness accountability group, starting on the 15th with prep week, then 4 weeks of workout and nutrition support. Okay, so now we know that's what we're inviting to, but let's describe it, because this also is where people, right, get kind of stuck because they're like, I don't know how to describe this. So let's take some time and let's just write it out. And this is what I do. Like, this is my process, because if I know why I'm inviting people or what the benefits are, I can just more confidently talk about that. Make sense? All right, so the description, right? So the Spring into Health and Fitness group is going to, right, be focused on helping you set realistic health and fitness goals. I am going to help you pick a program that meets your needs, match you up with the nutrition plan that works best for you, and help you start and finish the program to get the results that you want, right? In the online support group, you will receive a Monday mindset video from me each week, daily accountability, troubleshooting tips such as strategies to handle late night late. I don't know why it keeps correcting. Maybe it wants me to have a latte. Late night snacking, right? Emotional eating, traveling and eating out at restaurants, and more, right? I want this to be a lifestyle change and not a crash diet, right? Each day you will check into the group for accountability, right? And I will guide you through the program. So that sort of is the description. So if you feel like, okay, I need to write it out, because when you're talking to people, you got to be able to explain what it is that they're getting. Like, what are the added benefits? They're not just getting a challenge pack, right? They're not just getting a bag of Shakeology and a fitness program and Beachbody On Demand, but they're getting you. So you got to remember, like, you got to sell yourself, right? And we always say this, that people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it. And you're the why, right? They're watching you. And so your own journey is what's selling it. So that's why, as we're creating content, I'm going to rely a lot on you sharing your journey to help make this come to fruition. All right. So now we need to know the requirements. That's next. So what are the requirements for the group, right? So the requirements for the group are that each person has you as their assigned coach. Each person commits to a challenge pack, right? So if they already have Beachbody On Demand, it'd be a completion pack that includes Shakeology and the fitness program or BOD that they want, right? It can also include, Ultimate Portion Fix or to the mindset. All right, but that's the requirements. Now, I want to just stop here and say, you guys, as you get into running challenge groups, you put a lot of heart and soul into making sure your people are actually getting results. If somebody tells you that they don't want to purchase a challenge pack, do not be afraid to say, you can buy just Beachbody On Demand. You can buy just the Ultimate Portion Fix. But I reserve my accountability groups for people that are investing in the whole product, because that's how I support. That's where the extra level of accountability is. And that's also how I get paid for the intense amount of time and energy I put into running these groups, right? So that's the requirement. I make it that way. I tell people they can still message me. I obviously will still sell them just the standalone, but I don't ever lead with that. I always lead with the challenge pack. all right? So now we need to go on to, we know requirements, we know description, we know what we're inviting to, we know what our goal is. Now we need to create the strategy, right? So let's get started with the strategy. So the strategy is this. We need to post on, right? So now we need to decide what's going to be our strategy. Well, we need to post on stories and we need to post on Facebook. So let's just say we're going to start this on Thursday, right? And now we're going to make a list of all the things that actually, let's do it this way. Let's just make a list of all the things and then we can plug them in, all right? So let's do that first. So let's just say the strategy is, okay, so I need to announce my next group, right? So it might be, so like the tagline could be there. Did you know there is less than 2 months until summer? All right, that could be my tagline. Then from there, I'm gonna talk about getting my body bathing suit ready, right? Or tank top arms, or feeling confident in my skin, right? I'm gonna talk about, maybe for you, like this digs up a personal story, right? So maybe you want to tell a personal story. This would be a great place to share. And then the image would be share your before and after, or if you don't have one, share the progress loading picture. Make sense? Okay. So I want to go through and explain that. Go over here. All right, now, so that would be day one. Then we always want to connect in stories. So we are going to break that post down and make an IG story or sequence about that concept. Okay, so we can drive it back and forth. We could also go live in under 5 minutes to start with the tagline above, right? And talk about a personal story and how you overcame the confidence issue and now feel good or are on your way to feeling good. Give 2 tips and a call to action, right? This live can go on your IGTV and Facebook page as well, okay? All right, so that's one idea that you can do. Let's brainstorm another one. Okay, we can talk about what is so now we can say, let's think, I'm trying to think, like put myself back in a new coach's shoes. So maybe I would say to myself, like, do you hide from pictures with your family? Or, you know, maybe that's another one. Maybe you talk about, that's your tagline, and then talk about how you avoided pictures before and you don't want your kids to not have pics with you, right? And then this would be a call to action to build your confidence and join your group. Okay? All right, now you can do the same thing. You can do, I'm not gonna write it again, but understand, like stories. So you can have a story that goes along with this, and you can have a live that goes along with this, okay? So you can do both of those. All right, now we're on to the third. Let's touch on nutrition, because this is a big one right now, because we're going through the ultimate portion fix. Okay, so people like really want to see what you're eating. So a day in the life of your nutritional theory, right? Whether it's ultimate portion fix or 2B mindset, whether it's time nutrition or carb cycling, take a pic of all your food for the day, post in stories, narrate it, talk about how this isn't a starvation diet, and give a tip for what you have learned about nutrition that you didn't know before, right? Call to action to join your group if you want to learn more about this too. Deal? Same thing. You could do this in stories. You can do this as a grid post. All good, right? So now let's go on to the next. Let's do something about, let's talk about emotional eating, right? So maybe today we want to talk about emotional eating, right? I just talked myself off the ledge. I'm just going to do taglines. I stood staring at my pantry for the past 20 minutes trying to decide if I should eat those Girl Scout cookies, calling my name. It's been a long day. The kids are driving me insane, and I just want to eat the night away, right? Then you would give tips for, replacement behaviors. Okay. Call to action at the end. So now there you go. You've got another one that you guys can do. So do you see where I'm going with this? Like, I think a lot of times we get stuck thinking that we don't have anything to say, but heck, we sure do have stuff to say. We can really, really talk about this based on, I'm really struggling here with this. We can talk about our own experience, right? So let's talk about, then we can do like a progress update, right? So it's been 7 days since I started my journey, or however many days. I'm down X pounds and X inches. Show side by side and tell a little about your mindset shift and invite people to join you. Okay. All right. Now we can do Instagram stories, share other success stories and tell their, background so that people can relate. Do a poll option with yes or tell me more to start engaging conversations. All right. So now we go to Sunday or weekend. Maybe it's like plan and prep. So all of us right now are planning and prepping. So why wouldn't we talk about plan and prep? So go through it. Show people how you make a meal plan, snapshot your plan. You could do snack ideas and proper portion size. All of these are going to have a call to action, right? You could do navigating the grocery store, reading nutrition labels. Again, vary this between, you can do a post and a live all at the same time. You can do I have, 2 spots left in my group. People are pumped about getting in shape for the summer, right? Okay, so do you see where I'm going? Like, I have plenty of ideas that at least I've outlined them, and now I can go through, I can write the content, I can take the pictures, I can decide what day. So this strategy, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna announce my next group, right? So I'm definitely gonna do this one today or tomorrow. So I'm gonna write Friday, and I can do all of this in one day. So this whole thing's gonna go on Friday, because I always try to drive what I'm posting about to my stories, to my lives, right? Like, I try to just have one theme that I'm kind of talking about for the day. Then do you hide from pictures from your family? I don't want to talk about that maybe I'll do this on Saturday, right? So that would be Saturday. I can actually do stories and live. Nutrition, I'm going to do on Sunday, I'm going to do plan and prep. So you can just move these around, right? No big deal. So does that make sense? Like, now I'm just starting to plug things in, and I'm actually thinking of more ideas as I go. So like Sunday night, did you completely fall off track over the weekend and you're frustrated with yourself? Right? That used to be me until ... right? Call to action at end. So that could be Sunday night, navigating the grocery store. That could be Monday morning. And you can record this stuff or take the pictures on the weekend. Like, you can kind of stockpile this. But do you see how everything is purposeful? And do you see like how much that I am giving resources to people so that they understand that I have something to offer, right? So I'm giving them lots and lots of content so they understand, and I want to relate to them. Like I'm trying to tell stories and hit them, you know, kind of where they're at that moment. All right, so now we're going to track it, right? This is our post, but we need to be inviting. We need to be following up. We need to be starting conversations with people, because when you send an invite, listen to me, when you send an invite, people that are not sure what you're up to are going to go to your page. They are going to scroll your stories. They are going to read about you. And so if you don't have anything about your fitness journey, your nutrition, or your expertise and what you're learning, you have no credibility. So it is important that you not only have a social media posting strategy, but you are having the conversations too. So I hope that this gives you some clarity of where you potentially could be missing the mark. But I'm going to share this with you, right? And you can actually use this. Okay. So I will share this. I'll share with you the document. I'll put it right here in the comments. And you can definitely go through and use this. You can absolutely add to it as well. But this is definitely something you can do not only on the customer front, but you can do it on the coaching front too. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.